100% Chelsea. You've got to be happy after that, even though it wasn't the best performance.
Oh, yeah.
Back to winning ways, hopefully.
I don't care about the performance as long as we win. That's it. See, there are always people, no matter how well you do, and this is just a life tip, right? And it's the same for football. No matter how well you do, there will be people that say negative things and go out of their way to find negative things. Today, Villa came with a game plan, and they stuck to it, and I thought they did well. But, you know, it's the same when teams come here and, you know, any of the big teams, if we can be classed as a big team anymore.
Yeah. Don't go that far, mate. They're not that bad. Come on.
You have to consider the Arsenal fans that go out of their way to watch this stuff. I just didn't want to upset.
I'm sure they're going to be really pleased with this result.
Yeah.
Just moving on from that, who do you think really stood out? I thought Diego Costa was
fantastic.
Absolutely. Do you know one of the things I haven't actually brought it up was him having a go at the Villa fans when they started booing him earlier on in the game. I thought that was just brilliant.
Did you see Mourinho did the same? They were
No, I didn't see that.
F off Mourinho, and he just went like that.
Yeah, brilliant.
I mean, honestly, the first 10, 20 minutes, you know, we took. I thought we took a while to get into the game. Yeah. It doesn't matter now because we won. But Costa, he doesn't need time. He's straight in it, straight from kickoff. He was chasing down every single ball, chasing down the Aston Villa players. Yeah. He did not give up, and he went to the very. To be honest, towards the end, I wanted to take him off because they. You know, the Villa, the fans and the players were going for Costa because they know that he can crack. And because of that, I was thinking maybe take him off. And there was that scuffle at the end.
I felt there was a moment after, I thought the referee was absolutely awful today.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he was absolutely awful. But one thing you talk about...
And we won, which shows...
You talk about, well, it seems back to normal. You know, a bad refereeing performance and a Chelsea win and Costa scoring. That seems kind of more like last season, to be honest.
Yeah.
Moving on from that, you talk about Costa, though. And talking about his mentality. I actually thought he dealt with it quite well.
It's Mourinho.
Clearly,
sorry, I thought it was Mourinho over there.
Thought it was the special one over there.
Mourinho. I'm like...
No, I think about Costa, especially his mentality.
Yeah.
I think he actually dealt with it quite well.
Yeah, he did.
You know, he didn't look to me. He was angry with the referee and the decisions, obviously, like all of us were.
Yeah.
But at no point did I think he's gonna crack here. I thought he just got on with the. There was a moment where he ran towards...
There was a moment at the start...
When,
did you see him and Michael Richards were kind of going shoulder to shoulder, and he sort of got in his face, and I thought, oh, Diego, just keep it shelled today. But you know what? Credit to him. I don't mind that at all. I mean...
It's part of his game.
What I find funny is many of opposing fans have a go at Costa and say he's scum and etc. Yeah. But a lot of them have had players very similar to him, or in fact teams like Arsenal, Liverpool... have actually been linked to him. Yeah, exactly. And at the time, they were all like, oh, yes, bring him in. And now he's at us. They just seem to, you know, not like him. But yeah, I guess that's football. And can I just say, quickly, this is totally off topic, with the fans, I thought the last 20, 30 minutes, they were brilliant.
Yeah, agreed.
Honestly, brilliant. We need to do that from minute one, right? We need to sing like that from minute one, because we're getting a reputation. We already have a reputation of having poor fans. From minute one, we need to sing like that, okay? Towards the end, we actually drowned out the away fans, which you should be doing, but doesn't happen often.
Also, it happened all round the ground.
Yeah,
it seemed to pick up. Of course, it started at pick up at, you know, Matthew Arden and Shedden seemed to lead the way.
The one criticism I would have is the West Stand and the East Stand. It's ridiculously hard to start a song. I sit in the East Stand, right?
Yeah, I do as well.
And you do you?
You stand upper.
I didn't know that. Well, you'll know how tough it is. You stand up, start singing, they just look at you like you're a nutter.
Yeah, they do, and that's one of the problems. We've discussed loads about this, but
there's people who are scared. People are scared, like apprehensive to be who they are, kind of. Because I can't imagine people just come here just to sit in silence, but they know. In football, people always like to jump on, you know, what other people are doing. So more people need to pull their finger out and start singing. That's all I'm going to say, and I'll leave it there.
Yeah, I mean, we can discuss it in length, of course, but just to end, what do you think needs to be done now? We've had a good performance today, a solid win. Not the perfect performance, but just a win, which is what we needed. What do you think needs to be replicated in the coming games to make sure that we start our season and continue winning?
That's a tough question. You know what? You put a lot of thought into that.
Yeah.
You know what? I think for obviously Man City is an exception, but for the big teams, you know, there's even coming into the ground and that there's renewed, you know,
definitely
sort
more
of
positive
excitement. It's more positive. I get the feeling, I'm not like, I get the feeling with smaller teams, like Villa aren't a small team, but like they're not as big as United.
In the context of today's Premier League,
etc. Yeah, but they've got good history.
They've got brilliant history, but
like,
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Teams that aren't going to challenge for the title,
yeah.
right? I get the feeling some people kind of look at it as a bit of a chore, which I think is quite sad.
Yeah.
Because I come in really excited no matter who we're playing, if it's, you know, a cup game against Bolton or, dare I mention, Bradford.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for it. Doesn't matter who we're playing. But other people, they only seem to really pull their finger out for the big games. So my only thing I'd say is, can we please, like, request, please, just give your support to the boys no matter what we're doing, because it does make an impact. You see Costa, we were giving him Diego, and he proper gave it back at the Arsenal fans because he heard us. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I'm kind of rambling on a bit now, but that's all I'm saying.
Strong words.
There were still almost shades of Southampton where we went 1-0 up, and then towards the end of the first half they were really pressing, really trying to get the ball off of us.